Hey, Cardston. This is Dominic, and I'm Keaton Russell. Remember me, Mr. Fun?
Keaton, it's about community connection. Being informed is important.
Yes, but fun comes first, even in the dictionary.
I see what you did there. Clever. Hard to believe. Episode 3 already. Let's do a quick shout out to all of our viewers. Thank you for being part of In the Loop. And because it's all about being informed, Keaton, did you know that we now have a way for people to reach out to us?
Huh, nice. And why that's important?
Why, lots of reasons, but especially for community events.
Or if someone has a good fishing story, they can send that to me and tell me about it.
Sure, why not? To give feedback, offer kudos, or tell us about your event, email us at info@intheloopcardston.com.
Sounds good. And now it's time for fun.
Hi, I'm Dominic. April is National Autism Awareness Month. I have autism.
Sometimes I get upset when the plan changes at the last minute.
I struggle to sleep if I don't have preferably a fleece blanket over my face, and I just stay up if I don't have it.
I like to be the one to share the news.
I tell my secrets to Sean and Isabel.
I'm obsessed with old cars.
I have difficulties washing my hands due to textural issues. When my wet fingerprints rub together, it makes me ick.
I don't like to be touched.
Sometimes I flap my hands when I am excited.
I love my matcha. I would eat them every day.
I'm a huge PC gamer myself, and I sometimes have a hard time to step away from my computer when I have other activities like walking my dog and do other home chores and whatnot.
I don't like loud noises.
I wear same clothes every day.
I stutter when I'm nervous, but not when I sing.
I have to make things balance in my head. So for example, if I hit my knee with one hand, I have to hit it with the other so things balance out.
People should ask me before they touch me.
That was so good. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
I want my routine to be the same.
I know a lot of the Lord of the Rings.
One of the biggest issues that people with autism face is the feeling that they are not included and accepted. If each of you could keep an open mind and an open heart when interacting with people who have autism, we will feel more included. Remember, every brain is different, and we all belong in this world.
Hi, I'm Heather, the producer of In the Loop Cardston. April is National Poetry Month. To commemorate, we have some very special guests, from Cheryl, the director of In the Loop Cardston, to a local cowboy, Bronk, to a terrific up-and-coming star, Claire, and our very own recycling heroes. Enjoy. It's so much fun.
It's amazing just how suddenly your home becomes a house with the startling manifestation that within it dwells a mouse. From that moment, comfort flees, and I can't let down my guard. The things that we must face in life. For me, this one's been hard. The first time that it happened, I packed my bags in fright. I bundled up 4 children and faced a cold, dark night. Oh, I'm a valiant woman in a reasonable circumstance, like leaky roofs and flooding toilets, a kitchen colonized by ants. All those things I bore cheerfully. Well, not much complaining at least. Too much to ask that I abide a filthy little beast, little droppings in my cupboards, in my pots and pans and food, and lots of little holes to Amanda's favorite clothes get chewed. Did you know they run up pant legs and jump 5 feet in the air? They're fast, and there's not always a real nearby chair. Oh, mice, they rob your dignity. Who could stay calm and cool? Just one can turn the toughest man to a screaming, jumping fool. So I left my stalwart husband, and of course my heart did rip to see how bravely he stayed behind, like a captain goes down with a ship. And I went home to Mom and Dad's, 'cause home's always felt so nice. Then, laying in bed that night, I heard it. Evidence of mice. Well, that's pretty much the story, and see what I've come to know? There's much you can't avoid in life. That's why we have to grow. You can run from all that scares you, but in the end you'd lose. So now if I think we have mice, I'm sure to wear my shoes. And to further prove my triumph, I'll share with you this update. Lately, if I rise early or stay up real late, I hear loud scratching in the wall. And though I have not seen them, evidence like that in past would surely have me screaming. I mean, it's still significant, of course. I can't just go to sleep. And I do wake my honey to support the watch I keep. And we take turns hitting that wall to let that mousey know this valiant woman is here to stay. There's no safe place to go. A live and let live attitude is what I strive to take. I have to for my marriage and my sanity's at stake. But you know, my kids, they want a pet so bad. It's another thing I dread. But they're small and don't cost much to feed. And I'm pretty sure mice don't shed.
Carson Support Services has been working to ensure that you, our Carson friends, know what's going on in our community. And while you folks support community life by hosting projects and events, there's a team of us who work behind the scenes to keep our community looking neat and tidy. Today, we would like you to meet your Carson Recycling heroes. These unassuming heroes have been working in the background in our Carson and area team. Right here, we have Ben and Matt working on cardboard. That cardboard will go onto the baler. It'll go up. And Josh right there will operate the heavy machinery to crush it into a bale so we can ship it off to be recycled elsewhere. Now, if we go over here, we have the e-waste or electronical waste. Mostly everything with a cord. Right now, JBEC is working on it. And we do take some things we don't take. One's example is a water cooler. Now we go over here, we have Jeff working on the shredded paper bale. He'll wrap it up so when we take it to Lethbridge, the shredded paper won't just fly all over the place and litter, I guess. Now, if we go over here, we have another baler. Right now, my friends, Cannon and George are working on it. Inside, they throw it, they'll crush it into a bale. But another bale we make are clothes. Example of it right here is well, it's still in break time apparently, but we also ship that off. Okay, I gotta go. Do you recycle items in your home or workplace? How much do you know about recycling? Recycling can be confusing, but do not worry. Your Carson Recycling heroes have you covered. Together, we'll bust through recycling confusion, one recycling tip at a time.
Snowball by Cheryl Silverstein. I made myself a snowball, as perfect as could be. I thought I'd keep it as a pet and let it sleep with me. I made it some pajamas and a pillow for its head. Then last night it ran away, but first it wet the bed. Prayer of the Selfish Child by Shel Silverstein. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. And if I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my toys to break, so none of the other kids can use them. Amen.
Hello everyone, my name is Christopher and this is Steven. Hey guys, could you please introduce yourselves?
Yeah, my name is Brooke and I am a Community Access Supervisor for Cardston Support Services.
And I am Danielle, and I am also a supervisor for Cardston Support Services.
Thank you so much, guys. What are we here to talk about today?
Today we are here to talk about July 17th. Carson Support Services will be hosting an event called Battle of the Agencies. This event will be structured similar to the Olympics, meaning that individuals will participate for themselves, but also be earning points for their team, agency's team.
That sounds super exciting. Whose idea was it?
So originally the idea was Brooke's. It all originally started from a softball game, and we wanted to focus on a way that we could provide an activity for the individuals that we support that would increase the connection as well as provide some fun competition for them.
That sounds good. Who can participate?
So we have reached out to multiple agencies here in Southern Alberta that support adults with disabilities, and we have invited them to come attend the event with us.
Wow. Could you give us a little bit more information too?
So this event will be a big event that day. We are welcoming the community members to apply to volunteer. We will need lots of help to make that day happen. So if you are interested in a volunteer opportunity, please contact Cardston Support Services, where you can ask for Brooke or myself, and we will be able to get some of your information.
Are there ways the community can reach out beforehand? Anything that we can do?
Yes, absolutely. We, as the vision grew from the softball game, we realized that we're probably going to be in need some financial support as we are a non-for-profit. And we have gone to local businesses and seek sponsorship. Shout out to the ones that have already helped us out graciously. I would really like to thank Value Drug Mart, D-Service, K&D Implements, Rick's Automotive, and Dr. McMurray's Dental Office. Thank you.
Oh, thank you everyone who's already helped.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
We have 4 levels of sponsorship ranging from $50 to $200. And again, we are just so thankful for any amount of support. And the early support has really motivated us to keep going, so thank you.
That's awesome. Any final thoughts, anything else you wanted to add?
So just a reminder that the event will be hosted on July 17th. We are eagerly anticipating and preparing for that date. We are so grateful to have the opportunity to host such an event that allows the individuals we support to participate in that way.
Wow. Well, thanks so much, guys, for being here. We have so much to look forward to. So, we just want to say with Steven and I, Cardston, you're in the loop for Battle of the Agencies.
We picked up all the fencing tools and staples off the road. An extra roll of barbed wire was the last thing left to load. And I drew a sleeve across my brow to wipe away the dirt, and the young kid that was helping me was tucking in his shirt. And I turned around to him and said, "This fence is finally done." 5 new strands of barbed wire shining brightly in the sun. And the wires running straight and tight with every post in line. the kind of job you're proud of, one that stands the tests of time. The kid was not impressed at all, just stared off into space. Reminded me of years ago, a different time and place when I called myself a cowboy. I was full of buck and ball, and I didn't think my hands would fit post augers in a mall. But they sent me out with Shorty and the ranch fence building crew. Well, I was quite insulted, and before the day was through, I let 'em know that I'm a cowboy. This ain't what I do. I ain't no dadgum nester. I hired out to Buckaroo. Well, we'll talk about that, son, when we get in tonight. Right now, you pick them augers up. It's either that or fight. Man, I was digging post holes faster than a beezer mole. But if a rock got in my way, I'd simply move the hole. So when the cowboy set the post, the line went in and out. Old Shorty's face got fiery red, and I could hear him shout, "Nobody but a fool build a fence that isn't straight, and I got no use for someone who ain't pulling his own weight." Well, I thought for sure he'd hit me. Glad he didn't have a gun. I tried to find a place where I could duck and run, but Shorty walked right up to me just as calm as he could be. Said, "Son, I need to talk to you. Let's find ourselves a tree." Well, he lit a Boulder cigarette as he sat there on the ground, took himself a puff or two, then slowly looked around. Said, "I ain't much on schooling. Didn't get too far with that. But there's a lot of learning hidden underneath this hat. And I got it all the hard way. Every bump and bruise and fall. Yeah, some of it was easy, but son, most weren't fun at all. And the one thing that I've learned from every job I've done is do the best you can each day and try and make it fun. I know that busting through them rocks ain't what you like to do, but by getting mad, you've made it hard on me and all the crew. Yeah, you hired out the cowboy, and you think you've got the stuff. You've told him you're a good hand, so now the boss has called your bluff. So how's that going to make you look when he comes riding through and he asks me who dug them holes? And I tell him it was you. Now, we could let it go like this and take the easy route, but doing things the easy way ain't what it's all about. See, the boss expects a job well done from every man he's hired. He'll let it slide by once or twice, then one day you'll get fired. If you're not proud of what you do, you won't amount to much. You'll slip around from job to job, just slightly out of touch. Come morning, let's redig them holes and get that fence in line. Then you and I can save 2 jobs, those being yours and mine. And someday you'll come riding through and you'll look across this land. And you'll see a fence that's laid out straight, and you'll know you had a hand in something that's withstood the years, and proud and free of guilt. You'll say, "Boys, that's the fence that me and Shorty built."
The truth is, recycling is confusing. There's a lot of different rules, so some people find it frustrating that they don't recycle at all. That's why we decided to introduce you to Carson Recycling team. Together, we will bust through the confusion reviewing 1 or 2 recycling tips a month. The first tip, no bags. Like really, no bags.
Well, you see, bags dissolve into potentially harmful microplastics, and in case of ingestion entanglement, can kill or hurt animals. Also, entangle and get caught in the machinery and shut down the equipment, just so you know.
Okay. Then how about this bag?
No bags.
How about this bag?
That's still a bag. No.
Then how about this orange bag?
George, no bags.
And this one?
What did we just say?
George.
No.
How about this thicker one?
George,
No
that's
bag.
a bag.
This bad one?
Oh my goodness. George, get your act together. No bags.
Then how about this paper bag?
Oh,
okay, yeah,
well, I
yeah,
guess
that
that
one.
could work there.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, Josh, Ken, you haven't been saying no things. So you see, recycling can be confusing, but do not worry. Your Carson Recycling heroes have you covered. We're saving the planet one bag at a time. Their meeting, it was sudden. Their meeting, it was sad.
She sacrificed her sweet young life. 'Twas all the life she had.
She sleeps beneath the daisies. In peace she's resting now.
Oh, it's never a happy ending when a freight train meets a cow.
Wow, Keaton, what a show! Something for everyone.
I guess I'd have to agree with you on that. Who knew that poetry could be so fun? And big thanks to our guest poets.
And our recycling heroes. So informative.
Remember to send us your community events.
A month in advance works best. To info@intheloopcardston.com. And mark your calendars for our Battle of the Agencies. And hop on the volunteer train.
And nice, speaking of hopping, sounds like on March 30th would be a great time to hop on down to the Remington Carriage Museum. Call them for more information.
Until next time, Carson,
You're in the loop.